Thanks for joining. So, based on the last episode, I'm browsing with his YouTube playlist all various tips that I can give to somebody approaching to security. I went through various degree and roles of cybersecurity. Today, I touch upon the security engineering space. So what is happening is when somebody is approaching to the industry is actually focused on saying, okay, I'm becoming a security engineer. I need to study more security. The truth of the security engineering is that it's so built in into the engineering side of things that you need to have a good foundation of a topic that you are discussing before to build on how to secure it. So let's talk, for example, about Kubernetes. You need to have an understanding of what Kubernetes is before to secure it. It's just a logical statement. But security engineering is becoming so wide, and it's actually a good challenge because when you approach and you check the job specs, each is a bit different. And so I do expect somebody trying to move into security and everything to be confused. So I'm here to try to help. On my website, under resources, you do have Cyber Career Explorer. Is an article that I created to explain and giving some resources on the various roles of security. As I, as I mentioned in the other videos, you need to clarify which path you want to follow. What I'm suggesting is to start from the real infrastructure. I really like not to sponsor them in terms of certification and everything else, but I really like this resource, DevSecOps University. Can you see here on top? It's going through a lot of things. Let me remove a bit of marketing around. Um, Even my face, probably. Hold on a second. Let me, like that. So if you do check, you'll see that here there is a really nice list of resources, and it's all about continuous CI/CD, the artifact management. I really think is what you should go through. It's all for free. It's well tailored. It's a good collection of stuff, and is giving you a good understanding of how to start. When you talk about cloud, I do suggest a cloud practitioner of AWS certification. Is a really an entry level, really low kind of big picture overview, and it will give you a better understanding of the stuff. You need also to understand that security engineering is extremely binded to application security. So my suggestion is go for Web Security Academy. I never hidden the fact that API are mandatory topic, and you find tons of stuff uh, on API on Postman website. And so Google for Postman, look at that. And so the idea is have an understanding of how a CI/CD works, uh, understand the developer flow in terms of when they design something, what is happening from the idea of the developer till the push, and which security control you do have, SAST, DAST, RASP, and all pipeline. You'll find a bit of struggle at the very beginning because everybody will refer to something as a product, and you could be confused. Try to abstract yourself from a technology and a product and try to understand what is giving. And so For example, you can have Azure DevOps as a pipeline, you can have OpenShift. You do have a tons of option. Don't zoom in just one. Try to understand the basic and how it works. It's the reason why I give you this resource because it's a good overview. On YouTube, you find a lot of things, but trying to understand what cloud is infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service provided by third party, but at runtime, you have function as a service. Understand these differences, understand how security-wise change those. I do hardly suggest to look into Kubernetes, and Kubernetes is having two really nice certification. I'm actually looking into that myself, and it does right now having also a security one that you need to access to the security only after you did the admin. And it's a bit tough path, but it's really giving you an understanding. You need to consider that Kubernetes is everywhere. Platform as a service is becoming the standard de facto. I'm not removing any importance to infrastructure as a service. If you work in the field, you'll have to work on that too. And obviously, on-prem will have a big portion of your life. But I think when you sum up this stuff and you understand that you shouldn't just focus only on security, but also on DevOps stuff and study DevOps, and that DevOps include also cloud knowledge, that is the key uh, suggestion that you are having right now here. Build something solid, be a bit slower, don't take shortcut, but understand that right now the security engineering is seriously built around CI/CD, cloud, and you need that knowledge. Okay? I hope I give you some food for thought. Feel free to ask me whatever on the comment at any time if I can help. I'm here. As you saw, I'm trying to share resources, and I don't have any. I didn't suggest nothing that is commercial, not even course on Udemy or the other stuff that you have to pay. Start. Everything is there, especially in engineering. You don't have to pay. You find the documentation, get the documentation, you understand. Suggestion is during your career, you'll find that documentation is a bit sloppy in engineering terms. With all this agility, documentation is a bit less. What I generally do when I find myself to evaluate a product, for example, is check at the API documentation and reverse the analysis of what you are. So through the API documentation, you understand what the product or what you are discussing about is doing. So as a security engineer, that is really important to have that flexibility in thinking. If somebody give me talk about a product, the first things that I look is at the API. Later, I check the documentation and I also spot how UI, API, command line are actually aligned. You give me a good idea on the maturity of the vendor as well, on how they works. And it give you also an understanding of how the modules are piled up into a product. So try to get passionate, and if you are looking to security engineering career, remember, you are serving the developing community and the DevOps. This SecDevOps definition is quite wide and based on the season, based on of the organization can change flavor. But these one are the pillar. CI/CD, application security, API, cloud knowledge. Be solid on that, go slowly on it, but be sure that you understand the concept and don't focus on the certification. Focus on understanding what you are learning because it's like the driving license. You go, You study and later on you forget something. Try to be sure that you are solid on it. Okay? And as I told you, at whatever time, drop me a message. Okay? Take it easy. Cheers. Bye bye.